Hey, good people of Earth, this is Al with the Comic Call and Roundtable Discussion, and I'm coming at you once again with another haul video. But this one is a special one. I wasn't actually expecting on doing another haul video anytime soon. I wanted my books to pile up and to accumulate before I did another one. However, I was actually graced with an AOK from none other than Steve Whiting, aka Stone Cold Steve Whiting. On Instagram, he is at Steve A. Whiting, WHITING. He is a great guy. He is a great member of the comic book community on Instagram. And he AOK'd me a book or two or three. I actually don't know what he sent me. Shout out to Sean, aka Staple of 1983. For sending it to me. His IG handle is stay_puff_1983. Go check them out on Instagram if you get a chance. But yeah, he sent it to me. I got it today, which happens to be New Comic Book Day. So I figured I would do a video for the AOK. However, I do have some new comic book hauls as far as some comic book pickups, my pull list, some new stuff, and a few back issues as well. So I'm going to start off with the back issues that I picked up. Then I'm going to go through the new stuff that I got, and then I'm going to save the AOK for last. So I haven't opened it or anything of that nature, so I don't know exactly what it is. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start off with a back issue. This is Generation X 97 annual. If you follow the channel, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love the mutants. As you can see, my co-host Colossus and Juggernaut, they're watching guard over the books. But Generation X Annual 97 was one of the annuals that I needed to complete my run. Now, I've already completed my Generation X Volume 1 run. The regular series, that has been complete probably about 5 or 6 months ago. So with the acquisition of this particular book, I am only short one more annual, and I'll have every comic book in that particular series of Volume 1 Generation X. Next on the docket, Quasar, number 15. I'm a fan of Wendell Vaughn. I'm actually looking for his first appearance as Quasar, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be Incredible Hulk 241. Somebody help me in the chat if that is not right, or the comments. I'm actually collecting his book. With Marvel, with the way they're doing things now with the MCU, Quasar may be in the equation. We may see him or hear him mentioned in the next Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, he's one of those galactic superheroes that stays in space. So we may see Wendell Vaughn at some point, but nonetheless, I'm actually collecting his first run. Maybe about 20 issues shy of having the full run. And again, I'm looking for Incredible Hulk 241, which is his first appearance as Quasar. Now, he showed up, and I may have it wrong. I know he showed up in Captain America as Marvel Boy. I think he showed up as Marvel Boy first, and that's his first official appearance in Marvel Comics. And I want to say Incredible Hulk was his first appearance as Quasar. So looking for either one of those books, whichever one is the first appearance of Quasar, I can deal without the Marvel Boy. Last book that I picked up in regards to my back issues would be XMen Gold, and this is number 9. These particular books have started to permeate the dollar bins. All three of these books were $1, by the way. I need a few more of the XMen Gold books. I was just going through the dollar bin at the comic book store that I went to. Shout out to Primetime Gaming, and I saw this book. Well, as you can see to the right of the book, Colossus is here. He's one of my favorite X-Men. So I went ahead and picked this book up, of course, a tandem of him and Kitty Pryde. She's phasing through them. You know, this was around the time where they were teasing that both of them were going to get married, which of course that ended up being a dud. But nonetheless, it's a dope cover to me. I like this cover a lot. So these are my back issues that I picked up. I only picked up a few. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the new books that I pulled today, which includes my pulls as well as some books that I got off the shelf. First book is actually Batman 108 B cover. I actually wasn't going to get this book, but I saw Xavier Randall, AK Hydro XR12, which is his handle on Instagram. Go check him out. He actually came up to the shop today and he picked this up. He's a huge Batman fan. So of course he's going to have this particular book. Now this book is the first appearance of Miracle Molly. I don't know who she is. But the cover is pretty nice. I like it. So I went ahead and picked it up just for aesthetic purposes. So I'm going to slide it somewhere in a box. I picked up the first appearance of, can't remember that girl's name. Not Slapstick, but it's the one that was supposed to be like crazy about the Joker. She came through a few months ago, but I got her first appearance. So a couple other first appearances as far as B cover. So that's a dope cover. Next book, Crime Syndicate number 3. I've always said that I was a fan of Crime Syndicate over the Justice League. I do collect a few Justice League books, but Crime Syndicate was just that group. They kind of like were really different from the Justice League. So of course DC put out a 6-issue limited series. This is number 3 of 6, so I'll be picking up the other 3 issues as it goes along. Next book is an indie title, Eve number 1. This is the A cover of that book. I was kind of intrigued about the premise of the book. It's a post-apocalyptic type book. Haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting to read it to see exactly what it's all about. And hopefully, if it is a good book with number 1, I'll be picking up number 2 and hopefully keep going. Now, Boom Studios, they put out some really good books over the last couple of years. This actually kind of reminds me of the Animosity book that Aftershock was putting out. I don't know if the bear is imaginary, if it's inhabited by some kind of spirit, but eventually I'll read it and I'll probably give my thoughts on it on our Comic Hall live stream. I also picked up the variant cover. It's a B cover. And yeah, I like that. That's pretty dope. So hopefully, again, I hope the book is a good book and it wasn't a waste of $8. We shall soon see. Next book is Good Asian number 1. The Good Asian number 1. I think this is like a murder mystery type noir book. I'm not really sure. When I was on Instagram, I took a little breather off of Instagram for a while. I was getting a lot of advertisements because I was following Image Comics and they were boosting this book up like crazy. So I just went ahead and picked it up. I'll take a look at it, read it, see what it's all about. But it kind of gives me one of those LA noir or those crime type story vibes and stuff. So hopefully it's a good book and it won't be a disappointment. So I'm gonna take these books down. Got 2 more books. Heroes Reborn number 1. Now, this was a book that I didn't want to get, but I ended up getting it anyway. Shout out to Larry Crocker. I saw him at Primetime Gaming earlier today. So, the story behind this. Heroes Reborn, of course, was a story that was originally played out, in the 90s. And it was a result, the fallout of the Onslaught saga in regards to Professor X, Magneto emerging. And at the end of the day, you know, a lot of heroes died to get rid of Onslaught, to abridge the story. Well, Marvel which at one point was known as the House of Ideas, which it looks like they're more or less the House of Recycling now, has decided that they're going to, I guess, do a soft reboot of the series, of the landscape of Marvel Comics. So they're doing Heroes Reborn. Now, at first, I wasn't on board with this book. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I wasn't on board with it was because of the fact that it's a rehashing of the Heroes Reborn back in the day. They've done it with Secret Wars. They've done it with, oh my goodness, I want to say not Secret Invasion, but I know they've done it with Secret Wars. So, you know, it's nothing for them to actually go back and pull a recycle rabbit out of the hat. But enough about the blabbering. I was watching YouTube Comics Explained, shout out to that channel, and he actually did a synopsis on this first issue. And based on his explanation of the comic book, I was intrigued. So I went back up to my LCS and I picked it up. Now, of course, they had the AB versions, copies, whatnot. I ended up picking this one up, which is the same one that Larry picked up. This is Power Princess, and she's a member of the Squadron Supreme, which is basically an analogy of Justice League in the Marvel Universe. So, but yeah, from what I actually saw, based on the explanation that Comics Explained gave, it seems to be very interesting. So hopefully, I don't know how many issues this is. I don't plan on picking up any of the side stories because that's a waste of time. And typically I'll wait until those hit the dollar bins before I actually jump on those if I really want to get the whole series. So, but yeah, I figured I'd pick this one up to see what it was all about. Plus it was the best copy as far as the cover is concerned. The last of my new books, Immortal Hulk 46. This is quickly coming to an end. Al Ewing is doing the writing duties, and of course the incomparable Alex Ross has been doing the covers for this book. As I mentioned several times before, I was a late bloomer to this particular series, and I missed out on some good stuff towards the beginning. From what I've been told, it fell off, and then it picked back up. So I think I started collecting the Immortal Hulk around issue 26. So I'll have issue 26 through issue 50 once it gets to 50, and then I'll be working on getting the back issues, and from there I'll go ahead and start reading it. So but yeah, I've been told as of late it's been a really good read, and again it's gonna end on issue 50, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I hate to have gone through this pretty quickly, but I didn't have a whole lot to show. However, this is the coup de grace. This is the main event. This is the package that I received today. Addresses are, of course, blocked out for privacy. Again, shout out to Sean, StayPuff1983 on Instagram, for sending this to me, care of Steve A. Whiting, aka Stone Cold. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I've been really trying to figure out what was in this box the whole day, and it took everything in me not to actually open it up. Earlier, I wanted to do a live, or at least a video showing the unboxing. So I haven't cut anything. As you can hear what's going on in the background, you hear some tearing, and you're gonna hear some more scissor snipping. These types of things I like to do live, and since I'm not really on Instagram now, I kind of took a hiatus off of Instagram for a little while to work on a few other things and whatnot, and kind of like a detox. I normally put a video up on Instagram, but I didn't because, of course, I'm taking a hiatus. So please forgive the bubble wrap. And Now I can already see what it is. I see a foot. I see 2 sets of feet. So I already know what this is. So I'm just going to pull this off. Please forgive the unneeded sound effects, but I wanted to make sure that I got this on video. Yes, sir. Steve knows what I like. This is pretty big. Limited collector's edition. One magic word, Shazam. 6 king size stories. How to draw the Shazam family. Supersized pinup, special fun pages. 3D diorama cutout. Behind the scene with CC Beck, Shazam's artist. For those that don't know, in addition to the X-Men, I'm also a fan of Captain Marvel. Very underrated character, very complex character. If written properly. Jeff Johns was doing a great job a little while ago. They canceled his most recent series, but you know, it is what it is. But this is an AOK from Stone Cold Steve Whiting. There's no nope. But I appreciate it anyway. This is pretty cool. So this, of course, is going to go in the collection. Thank you very much, Steve. I really appreciate it. This ain't going nowhere. As with any of my AOKs that I get, these particular books will not be sold. I don't think I can get this graded, but it's all good. It'll be somewhere in my future man cave, displayed for all my guests to see. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Again, shout out to Steve Whiting. His Instagram handle is Steve A. Whiting, WHITING on Instagram. Shout out to Stay Puff 1983, aka Sean. His Instagram is Stay_Puff_1983. And I also want to give a big shout out to one of the panelists. His name is Kari, aka Big Remo. His birthday is today as I am recording this video. So happy birthday, Big Remo. I do hope you enjoyed your day. Being that I'm not on Instagram, I'm pretty sure you posted some good photos or whatnot. I got an AOK coming for you soon. Please follow the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion on Instagram at Comic Hall Roundtable discussion. Also, I am on Instagram, although I am not active. But of course, my Instagram handle is at Dusty Brick Brown, DUSTYBRICKBROWN. All that's ran together. But anyway, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for your viewership. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you know someone who might like this video, please share. And if you like the video, please hit that like button. We really appreciate it. We got some more content coming from the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion soon. More haul videos, some conversations, some live streams, the whole 9 yards. So with that said, again, this is Al from the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion, aka Dusty Brick Brown. Thank you so much for your time. You all take care. Peace.